Hello and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. I'm Moose, and today I'm doing a recap video of my Pocket Clip Challenge open tag that I put out a couple weeks ago. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who participated. This is an open challenge still, so if you're just finding out about it now, you can still participate, and I'll always be updating the playlist, and I'll check it every couple of weeks and update the playlist with any new entries or videos. Other than that, we're going to recap kind of what I learned from the people who did enter, as well as some of the comments that I got on the initial challenge video, and just from talking to my buddies. There were certain knives that kind of popped up on everyone's radar here. So you might recognize some of these. And other knives that I've heard some things about and whatnot. So we'll see. But yeah, so just stick with me. We'll head over to the tabletop and we'll take a look at these pocket clips closer. And feel free to leave comments and feedback in the comment section down below, and we can actually have a great discussion on pocket clips. All right, guys. So welcome to the tabletop. Holy cow, so many pocket clips. Sorry they're not all in frame here, but yeah. So to recap, like I said, we had a number of different entries as well as other people commenting on the video itself down below. I feel like in the video that I made with my buddies, most of us agreed that the Spyderco deep carry wire pocket clip is a preference for us. We appreciate the deep carry. We appreciate the strength and retention of the clip and how easy it is to slide in the pocket. And you know, I love this deep carry pocket clip. This is the Spyderco Native, Little Native, and the Cat. And yeah, just fantastic. It almost goes to the end, so you get a good amount of the butt end in the pocket. And you can see on the Cat it's slightly more recessed. So yeah, really popular. A lot of other people also commented on the the Benchmade Bug Out pocket clip, which is a newer design, and I really like this clip. And I'm hoping to maybe get a few more just to put on some of these other Benchmades. But JT also commented on the other deep carry clips. So I think in general, most EDC carriers of knives prefer deep carry clips. Whether it's, you know, the Kershaw deep carry clip on the camber here, the HVAS. This one's actually really nice. You got two screws, but you can see how recessed they are in that handle scale there. So this one's actually really nice. I do like the clip on the HVAS. You know, and even, you know, there's different takes on what a deep carry clip is. Depending, you know, people are going wide with it, but still keeping it deep carry. Some of Kershaw's new deep carry clips on like the Vetter here, and this one here are really nice and really going deep into the pocket. So pretty impressive. I forgot what this one is called, but it's good nonetheless. So yeah. The clips that people tended not to like, well, one was this guy. Even though it's deep carry, I know that some people just are like, this thing is ugly as heck. Personally, I actually kind of dig how different it is and that it's wide. I do tend to like a little bit more wider pocket clip. But yeah, I can definitely see why this is ugly. And honestly, if they were to make it so wide, I wish they would have made this some sort of extra function here, like a bottle cap lifter or something, which I think wouldn't be too hard to engineer, but whatever. As well as like others really are kind of just bored with the Spyderco clip. Pretty much a standard for Spyderco is kind of the hourglass clip, mostly because it leaves a good amount of real estate at the end. at least a ½ inch to an inch, depending on the design of the knife. And if you're going for deep carry, of course you're not going to like it. But does the pocket clip function? Does it hold the knife in pocket? Is it wide enough to accommodate the thickness of your pants? Because some of them aren't very accommodating. I feel like the number one most hated pocket clip out of the ones I saw, and obviously it was a small survey, was definitely the Kershaw Leak and some of the other Ken Onion design ones on the Ripple and whatnot. You know, Ken Onion, brilliant knife designer, definitely has a little bit more of an artistic eye to the designs of his knives. And he likes to integrate the shaping and the textures of his knife into the pocket clip, but in the end result, it doesn't create a very functional pocket clip. And this is one that was on multiple people's list as far as kind of a garbage pocket clip. It's really narrow, it's super long, and it leaves a ton of knife sticking out of pocket. So I'd have to say, like, the Kershaw Leak pocket clip is probably the most hated pocket clip out of them all. That being said, even though I love the deep carry pocket clip on the Spydercos, it can be done wrong. And for example, on the Dragonfly, it's basically the same clip on the little native, but the hardware doesn't recess in, and because the hardware is sticking up, it blocks the fabric of your pants from actually getting to the end of the pocket clip. This one's not so bad, but that's kind of my main gripe with the knockout pocket clip, or here on the cryo, is that those hardware stick up and it narrows the pocket clip, so you end up not being able to use the full depth of the pocket clip. So the camber was a little bit better, but not by much. And then as far as like cold steel, I only got one cold steel. Cold steels aren't bad, but they are fairly tight and rigid. And I know that cold steel on some of their knives, especially with the G10, end up having such a tough and rough texture on the handle that the pocket clip just shreds pockets because the clip is so taut. So yeah, but it's pretty interesting, because as much as some people would say that they don't really appreciate this type of pocket clip because it's so narrow, another person would actually like it because for whatever reason it worked well for them. My buddy, for instance, said he absolutely hates the split arrow pocket clip on Benchmade, and he said this is the worst pocket clip, where my other buddy actually just liked the general Benchmade pocket clips. And this is kind of like one of them, but basically has the same end there. And, so it's interesting to hear different people's opinions on the pocket clips. I did hear that people are starting to like some of the stuff that Kershaw's coming out with as far as their deep carry pocket clips. They're actually turning out really nice, slim, functional, and definitely deep carry. I didn't see much CRKT on there. I do appreciate this, and honestly, the Pilar or Pilar or Pilar, whichever way you say it, was kind of the knife pocket clip that got me going with this, thanks to JT's Knife Life. And yeah, so I like this one on the HVOS, but then there's this one on the Journeyman. The depth isn't that bad, but it comes to a point, and that has destroyed some of my pants because it goes between like the seams and just starts to rip it, as well as the split arrow. Some of these more pointy pocket clips I'm not a huge fan of. Another pointy one, so that's kind of a ding. These ones are kind of pushing it, but they're just rounded enough at the end. So, but then I didn't see any Bokers. And I love this Boker clip on the Boker FR. This is the Mass Drop exclusive. The designer, Brad Zinkerman, or whatever, just a killer clip. Nice and narrow up top, but then it splays out here. Got that nice soft rounded end there. deep carry, plenty of real estate there for anything, and the hardware are recessed in there, so killer pocket clip, but it's one directional tip up only. So yeah, so I don't know, guys, pretty awesome knife topic. Thank you guys so much. Probably will thank you 3 times or more in this video, but just wanted to let you know a recap of what there is. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't like the Skyline, mostly because it leaves a lot of real estate. As well, one thing I want to point out too is I don't know if Gideonstactical made his video in response to this or not, but he actually, at around the same time, actually made a video about pocket clips, and he has some interesting ideas as far as why some pocket clips are deep carry and why some pocket clips aren't, and what's the purpose of them, and why did the knife designer design them. And honestly, I haven't talked to any knife designers, so there's all speculation, and I think Gideonstactical's video was kind of just his theory on it. But, you know, why is it that some pocket clips have so much sticking out of pocket? And so he has some interesting thoughts on that. And I'm going to put a link in the description below to that because I think it was interesting. I think as knife people, as far as pocket clips and carry, you might want to take part in that conversation. And as well, I will link in the playlist for the overall knife pocket clip challenge. So let's take it back to the main A camera, and I'll send you guys off. Alright guys, so to end the recap here, you guys voted, or at least the feedback that I got and I saw, and was that the deep carry pocket clips are a huge preference for most knife users. They just want something that carries deep in the pocket. Specifically, the Spyderco deep carry pocket clips and the Benchmades. Mostly the bug out. A lot of people really dig this bug out clip. So I agree. I like them myself. Other than that, you know, for the most part, as long as the pocket clip holds the knife in pocket and keeps it at the ready, you know, it's all about what you need and when you need it. So thank you again, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos and hit that notification bell for more videos from Moose's Gear Goo Review. Thank you, and I'll see you outside.